as I stated earlier, the Constituent Assembly of 300 members took long 3 years to write the Constitution. But these members of the Constituent Assembly, headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Indian Constitution, had certain problems in front of them before they could write the Indian Constitution. And the problems were that India is a country of multi-religion, multi-language and multi-caste. So, everybody's aspirations and hopes had to be kept in mind. Second is the status of the princely states. When the Britishers were about to leave India, they divided India into India and Pakistan, a homeland for the Muslims, and certain areas were kept as autonomous states, that is princely states, who were free to join either India or Pakistan. So, those who had joined India, now what would be their status in India was also a major concern for the constitution makers. And the third was that the socio-economic condition of the people of India was dismal, that is to say, was very disheartening. So, all these points were a big problem for the constitution framers. So, they used a vision, and the vision was that they are going to frame a constitution which is going to respect the diversity of the people of India, and they are going to see that the constitution is framed in such a way that the rule of the people is actually the real form of government. Besides, they wanted to eradicate poverty, which was their major concern. This was about writing the constitution based on certain ideals. Now, let's move on to the salient features of the Indian Constitution. As far as Indian Constitution is concerned, the first feature is that the Indian Constitution is a federalism, or rather federal country. Now, federalism means that the country has many levels of the government. As in India, we see that India has the central government, the state government and the Panchayati Raj, which is the third tier of the government. Now, the three levels of government which are there in India clearly indicate the powers and the distribution of powers amongst the government. All those subjects which are of national importance are kept under the central government. All those concerning with the state are kept with the state government. There are three lists which have been made by the constitution: the union list, the state list and the concurrent list. That is to say, the powers are clearly defined amongst the three levels of the government. The second important feature of the Indian Constitution is that the India country is parliamentary in nature, meaning to say that the head of the country, that is the Prime Minister of India, I mean the real head of the country, is directly chosen by the people. And the people of India enjoy universal adult franchise, that is, all people above 18 years of age can vote and elect their leader. So, parliamentary form of government ensures that the true representative of the people become the real head, because the ideals of the Indian Constitution clearly stated that people, after a long struggle for freedom under the British rule, were asking for true representation. The third feature of the Indian Constitution is separation of power. The Indian Constitution clearly defines the powers of the legislature, executive and judiciary in India. The legislature makes laws for the country, executive executes them and judiciary safeguards these laws. So, there is no overlapping of the organs of the government, all of them are independent by themselves. So, legislature, executive and judiciary working under their own domain. Another feature of the Indian Constitution is that the Indian Constitution has given certain fundamental rights to the people of India, which ensure a healthy and a good living to the people. And those are right to equality, which says that all of us are equal in the eyes of law. Second is right to freedom, which means we have freedom to form associations and to move freely in the country. Next is right against exploitation, which means that there cannot be beggar labor and the children below 14 cannot work. Right to freedom of religion. All of us have the freedom to practice, profess and propagate any religion of our own choice. Cultural and educational rights. Everybody has the right to open up institutions and protect their culture in the way that they like, without harming other person's culture. Constitutional remedies, the father of all the rights. If any of these rights is violated, then definitely we can go to the court, because these constitutional remedies provide us the measure to go and knock the doors of the court. The last feature of the Indian Constitution is that India is a secular country, secularism, which means that the state does not have any religion of its own and all of us have the right to follow, profess, propagate any religion that we feel like. So, these were the features of the Indian Constitution, and on these features is run the government of India. And that was all about your chapter, the Indian Constitution. Thank you.